Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, for hour 2 of this godless endeavor. Or God Emperor-less endeavor, since he is locked on the throne, golden throne on Terra, and not here in the Cronus Expanse guiding us.
Remember to make your daily fuck Horus prayers.
Indeed. Right, so you want to go planet side?
Yep.
Yes.
I didn't get a choice, but so yes.
Well, you can always... Wait, you don't need to navigate the warp in order to go to the planet, so you can stay on the ship. You don't have to go.
Yeah, but remember, planets are nice, and we haven't been on a planet in a while.
Yeah.
Actually, we haven't been on a planet ever in this yet.
True that. So, are all of you going planet side, or is the Seneschal cleaning?
No, I'm going planet side as well. I can clean while we're on our travels.
Yeah.
Alright. So, it takes you a couple of hours. Varus, are you in the shuttle as well, or are you on the platform dealing with mechanicals?
I'm going down.
Alright, so
Gotta
you...
take the server skulls to see new things.
Alright. Take the server skulls for a walk in the park.
Yeah.
Alright, it takes you a couple of hours to make planetfall, but you land in the designated landing area or landing zone for cargo lighters, which are a rough spaceport filled with various scum and villainy, but not as bad as the in Footfall, obviously. And yeah, there are basically, the port here are littered. That's a hard word to say. So we're littered with warehouses and bars. So do you want to go pub crawling, or do you want to head to the planetary governor's office?
Planetary Governor's Office. For a change.
Yeah. I think it's... Let's lay off the pub crawling until we can flood the ship with alcohol.
Alright. So do you
take
requisition a
much.
car, or do you basically say, I'm a road trader, get me this vehicle? And what type of vehicle do you acquire in whatever fashion?
Well, considering the fact that Wait, how far is it?
It's a couple of miles. The planetary governor's palace, or whatever, mansion or palace, or whatever you might call it, is located on the scenic hill in the distance. And all around it's just littered with mines and heavy industry.
Could we do some kind of acquisition roll to see if we can get ourselves a tank for this little trip?
There's probably, if you chat up the Imperial Guard station here, then perhaps. There needs to be a small squadron of guardsmen here to keep the miners in check. Otherwise they just go mental and take over the planet.
And second thought, I think a car will be good enough.
Yes.
Alright, so final question before we move this along. Normal land vehicle, or do you get a skimmer?
Honestly, whatever these country bumpkins can provide. For the moment, I don't really care about style.
Alright, yeah, they bring forth a cargo, basically like the 40k equivalent of a 18-wheeler that just stood parked nearby. That had just...
So a land hauler.
Yeah, basically. So you requisition that by the sheer force of personality and the third eye of the navigator. So yeah, it takes you a couple of hours to drive up to the Imperial the planetary governor's palace, located high up on the hills, with a quite scenic, quite lovely vista, if it wasn't for all the smog from the industries. And yeah, at the gates to the palace are a couple of tough-looking guardsmen standing at the gates, barring entry. So how do you proceed from here?
With the temptation to just say my guardsmen are tougher and just sick Macarius on them is kind of. But no, let's.
Even I know this would be a bad idea.
Yeah. My pride can wait. Yeah, I'm just going to announce myself as a member of the Land Rogue Trader Dynasty and request a parlance with the planetary governor.
He looks around and then walks back into his little hut, and you see him type away on a data slate and also tickle the Vox in appropriate places. And then he comes back maybe a minute or so later and nods to the other guardsmen, and who opens the gate and say, you can proceed, the governor is waiting for you.
I stride in like I own the place.
I follow.
I follow closely, and as we're walking in, I can ask, so what exactly are we doing here again?
Making friends.
I see.
I'm not very good at making friends.
No, that's why we should let Lady Captain do it. She's good at making friends. Nudge, nudge.
I'm trying so very hard not to make many jokes.
As opposed to
Make a
Ludonius,
willpower test.
as opposed to Ludonius, I actually welcome bad jokes and puns on my stream, so feel free to do them whenever you feel like.
Fine, if you want to make friends, you have to be in the feral world and chat up a woman, if you can find one.
I approve of this.
If the Lady Captain Lan wants to settle down with a feral worlder, you never know. Friends could be some distant relative.
Yeah.
It's inheritance to the Lan dynasty.
Oh, that would be a train wreck worthy of omission.
Probably. So, after a brief walk through the actually quite lovely parks, you come up to the palace or mansion, depending on whatever you wish to call it. I can't, for the life of me, figure out the difference. So yeah, the place is basically marble, like marble with bronze doors and window frames everywhere. And guardsmen here are wearing a pretty fancy tabard, displaying the weapon crest of the house that the governor belongs to. And as you approach, the doors, both the double doors, swing open, and out strides a very short and extremely corpulent man with landing strip haircut. Basically completely bald in the middle and just wisps of hair on both sides. Yes, almost like Ludonius, but longer wisps on the side.
When you said landing strip, I went in completely different direction.
Yeah, I know. And it's with what would be with the most pompous of voice, probably echoes for miles away, miles around. He announces to the world that he is the planetary governor, Thane, Erland Thane, and you are the most welcome sight as a lady of such renown as yourself. And then some pleasant, quote-unquote, mention about your entourage.
So basically, and the rest.
Yeah, pretty
Tacked
much.
on.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, in a equally boisterous manner, I will just, give him my name and how pleasant it is to make his acquaintance. Make his acquaintance such a respected member of noble house who does such a important duty to both the service of the God Emperor and his Imperium of Man. I'm going to schmooze the hell out of this guy.
Alright, so should we try to roleplay this out, or should we just roll some dice and resolve this?
If we were to roleplay this, then it would take several more hours than anyone would care to watch.
Yeah, exactly, and I don't feel very pompous at the moment, so perhaps we could commence with the rolling and then fast forward a bit.
Can I assist in the charm rolls, or maybe do one of my own to schmooze a bit myself?
Well, the lady captain has first dibs, seeing as he sees you as entourage rather than a member of our noble house.
Okay, so he's definitely nobility in a formal setting, so +5.
Yeah.
+10 for my peer nobility.
Yes.
Nice. All my other stuff is for specific ship stuff. So
Can I help by releasing a puff of Sacred Unguents?
I wouldn't necessarily call that help, but you can feel free to puff away if you wish.
I do so.
He pulls out a handkerchief and starts coughing furiously. And one of the household valets come up, rush up with a big fan and start, waving it to wave away the smoke.
no, that's unacceptable. I would reroll that.
Command. Damn.
Wait, command? Oh, I guess it's the same for me. Yeah, it's the same roll, so. I did say schmooze, so that's better.
Does this, I guess this is a charm test, right? So
Yes.
your things, does it just give bonuses, or does it give penalties towards the other one? I guess it's the same thing, but I just know that.
It's just bonuses to me.
Alright.
+5 and +10 respectively.
So that's 5 degrees of success for you. Yeah, so he is absolutely overwhelmed with joy by the fact that there is a rogue trader on his planet, and especially one so beautiful as yourself. So, so basically you have serious bonuses for whatever you wish to do here.
So I suppose after several, like a half hour of just compliments back and forth, I will start to try to actually get this guy to do what I want. I guess I'll steer the conversation towards. Oh, how subtle do I want to be of this?
Bitch, give me all your stuff.
Nah, that's just mean.
And I think as you have been, you know, exchanging pleasantries back and forth, and you basically charming all the valuables of his, you know, private parts. You have moved the conversation from the like stairs, you know, the front door to the like dining hall, where you or the lounge area, where the waiters, servitors, and you brings you the valets brings you drink and food, or you know, little bits of pieces to snack on.
Good point. I need to stock my valets with something more savory as well.
Yeah, they do have sweet and savory pies now.
Excellent.
Because the arch-militant was complaining about it, so they don't just have like chocolate cakes and such. They have some, you know, sausage rolls and whatnot as well.
Heaven, absolutely heaven.
But yeah, I guess I'll move the conversations to. So, how many rogue traders do you typically meet with?
We usually have one or twice every year that come by and arrange for some trading contracts. Try to open or negotiate for a trading route somewhere. But our main trading partner is the Mechanicus, as the need for our precious metal are unquenchable.
Praise the Omnisire.
Indeed.
Yes. I have. You wouldn't happen to recognize, when we're now talking about rogue traders, the name Godwin, would you?
He scratched his chin and tilts his head back a bit. Think, Godwins. I recognize the name. Wasn't those the one that caused some hubbub in Fort Wonder a while back?
Yes, that would be them, yes.
A ghastly affair, if you ask me.
Yes, unfortunately, to say that Lucius Godwin has a bit of a theatrical flair about him. Anyway, we have heard that they've been operating out in the Expanse as of late, and I just want to let you know that I'm on a bit of a lookout for any of their interests.
Then I guess I would not be sad to say that we have had no dealings with them here on Lucius Breath. What the Mechanicus are up to in orbit, I don't know and I don't care about, but they have not been here on the planet. That much I'm sure of. Or my head of security would have informed me of such.
Well, quite. Yes, sure, I understand where we standard practice, of course. I don't suppose it would be too much to ask for you to just keep an eye out, so to speak, should any of their ventures take them to this here lovely planet.
Of course, it would be no trouble at all to keep a lookout. But if I may ask, what would this be worth to you, this information? If it's not too bold to ask.
Well, I could. My dynasty has some contacts, both nearby in the Calixis sector and in other more exotic places. I would be more than willing to share any information you would require, and perhaps even some contacts.
That sounds positively fantastic. Though I'm afraid what I need right now, what we need right now, is not information, but manpower and equipment. The death toll in the mines are sadly increasing as the population grows older, and the tools become more and more scarce as they age and decay.
Ah, I see. And well, manpower is something that I could quite possibly arrange. If we just so happen, as we travel about, we're bound to find a place that has not been, well, I don't want to use such ugly words, but claimed by another dynasty or institution of the wider Imperium of Man. I'm sure that they could a shipping contract would be quite easy to sort out.
My dear, as long as they aren't from a penal colony, I don't care where you find the manpower. As long as they can hold a drill and know which way to move the material after it's been dug up, I'm quite content.
Quite. Who would want anyone? Penal colonies, good manpower for the Imperial Guard. Not so much for handling sensitive equipment such as this.
Indeed. Prisoners with explosives sounds awfully dangerous.
Unless pointed at the enemies of the Imperium, of course.
Of course. And as for the tools, I believe the Adeptus Mechanicus have more than enough to sate our needs, but they are unwilling to deal directly with me, as they feel they have a better claim on other worlds where they rather send their equipment to.
No, shipping people is not so difficult. And shipping equipment should be no more of a hassle.
Fantastic. And in return, I will obviously contact you or your chosen representative as soon as I hear anything about the Godwins, if they happen to come by.
May I suggest another deal?
He raised an eyebrow at you, but still looking at the lady captain. And before you start saying anything, and obviously adds to what he just said with, and of course we will be willing to send you some of the profits from the increased production if you can arrange for some trade.
Alright, such a... Well, of course, we will have to pick up once the time, of course, happens. We will have to note down a binding contract, but I have to say I think our chances for working together are extremely forthcoming.
Splendid. Now then, if it's not too rude, I think your servant would like to say something.
Ah, yes, Torian, do speak up. No. Wave him over.
And the governor casually sips his amasac.
Yes, less of a servant. I'm Torian, one of the local navigators for the sector. I'm currently working on a quicker route to Footfall from here. It may help in our deal to get more people and more trade here. If there's any other ways you know out of here, it could benefit us both greatly.
You would have to speak with the Navitas representative here, as I have no interest in dealing with these types of things relating to the warp. It is awfully dangerous, I say.
It's all right once you get used to it.
He pales slightly as you say this.
Yes. A dangerous necessity, though necessary, it is nonetheless.
Yes, the dangers are there. That's what makes it difficult to get trade here. It's no easy journey from Footfall to here.
And somehow you got us through it in 4.5 days.
Yes, I did.
It was also uneventful.
Yes, it was. I'm good at my job, I would have you know.
As to be expected,
Occasionally.
we are, after all, the best.
Yes, well, let's stop blowing our own trumpets, shall we? Let's move on.
What an utterly ghastly instrument trumpets are. Thankfully they are banned on this planet.
With that, I guess the conversation starts spiraling towards, affable
Derailment.
goodbyes and,
Yeah,
the promise of great values in our futures and stuff like that.
he as you start rounding off the conversation, he invites you to a stately banquet in the other room if you wish to partake. Otherwise you can head back to your ship.
I decline as well as I can.
Alright, with 5 degrees of success on a charm roll, he is not insulted by you declining his invitation. So yeah, is there anything else you want to do at the governor's palace, or do you want to head back to your ship?
I believe we should head back.
Since we're on the planet, could we maybe do some shopping before we leave?
You could.
What do you hope to find on a mining world?
Rocks,
Well, every
lots
world
of rocks.
needs stuff to sell. There's people living here, so
Yeah,
there's also
so-
people selling stuff here.
Yeah, they'll sell the ores that they mine for food and water. Most likely.
Well, they're working underground, so I think they would probably have something like photovisors.
Good luck.
No.
So first of all,
I'd
you
rather get that sort of thing from a Forge World where they make them brand new.
so first of all, you leave the, you say you go buys, and it probably takes, a half hour to round it off, and repeated goodbyes and all that nonsense that nobles do.
Yes.
Then you head back into like the main city, and here you can do some shopping if you want, and otherwise we can just proceed to the spaceport and piss off back into space.
Well, if you don't mind, I would like to do the acquisition roll.
Well, first of all, tell me what you want, and I'll tell you if it's possible to get it here.
I want 5 best quality photovisors.
Absolutely not.
Okay.
They don't have anything like that here.
All right, and let's move on.
Yeah.
Maybe if you want, they have one poor quality somewhere that they can spare, but they are really under equipped for this planet.
Nope, it's gonna be best quality or nothing. So I guess I'll get them on Furion 5.
Yeah, so they drive back to the port and jump in your loader and then fly back to space, to the station again. It probably takes a couple of hours. And then when you come back, the mechanicals have finished loading your ship with all the cargo to Furion and all the special cargo that you picked up on the side.
Yeah. Base.
Indeed.
The
The
final
frontier.
Or some such. So you start heading out, undock from Lucian's breath and start heading out towards the jump point to go where? Therion.
Yeah, let's go for it.
Fuck. I'm gonna have to do navigation rolls.
Alright,
You gotta do it either way, so might as well go somewhere new.
I know, I probably should have went to the navigator's house.
Is there any way you can make a macro of it?
Probably can, yes.
The slight problem with it is that rolls can be modified greatly by previous results.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Oh well.
So it takes you about 4 days to get from the planet to the jump point again. So is there anything you want to do in these 4 days?
Yeah, I would actually like to clean the symbols out of the room.
Alright, give me you. Is it you alone or all of you?
Well, here's
I don't know about it. I'm not going down there.
here's
I'm not
my
going near
idea. Here's my idea. I'm gonna go in there and just wipe off the symbols, so that whoever goes in there after me doesn't suffer corruption or insanity. And then I send somebody in to clean up the bodies and the blood.
Alright, give me 2d5.
2d5 insanity.
No, just 2d5.
Takes you that many hours.
So you get 4 insanity points and 5 corruption points for staring at the mark of the chaos gods themselves, as you just casually glance over them when you scrub it.
Alright, and now that I've done that, I get some lowly help to just pile up the bodies onto a cart and clean out the room, and then the cart is shoved into the cargo bay A, where once we seal everything down, I guess we
the
just
fucking cart.
well, we actually just let it get sucked out. Cart is
You should,
But we have cargo there now, so
well, okay. If we have cargo there must be somewhere else where we can just airlock something, like an entrance or something.
yeah, you probably have a couple of airlocks somewhere along the lines of the ship. Or you could just stick it in the torpedo tube or missile tube and just fire it out in space.
We
Nah,
don't
they
have
don't.
any torpedoes.
I will not allow that.
No, we're just. I'm just gonna have the cart placed in one of the entrances, one of the airlocks, and just have it airlocked out.
All right.
We could just burn them in the engines.
I would rather get rid of them completely, considering we don't know what exactly has been done with them.
It's the Emperor's holy fire. It gets rid of everything.
Yeah, let's wait with such remarks until we actually have a priestly
Missionary.
person aboard.
So, you know how the stench of blood was overwhelming a few hours after the killing was done and you went in there? Now there's been a couple of days. The stench of decay is so overwhelming that you almost pass out and throw up at the same time.
Should I roll a toughness check for that?
Yeah, it's probably for the best. See if you actually manage to get all the way through before you start throwing up and have to leave.
So what you're saying is that the bodies have changed into a new state of being, and they've started to decay.
Well,
I think we hit all 4 marks with this one, lads.
I've rolled a 1, so I think I'm fine.
Oh yeah, you man the way through all of this and you probably gag a couple of times on the gag reflex start flexing a couple of times, but you just swallow it down and keep going and scrub the most heretical stuff away.
Alright, our ship is clean again.
Yeah. I think we just had a... Hopefully that was just caused by some random warp hitchhikers that disappeared after we entered real space.
I just realized we're about to jump again. If in the same room tomorrow we have another mess, I'm gonna freak out.
Well, at that point we just seal the room. Fuck everything.
Yep.
And we start to try to get blessed ammunition for everybody.
Yeah,
Why do you think I got shotguns and auto guns? Yeah.
Emperor's blessed holy Prometheum.
I still want to get blessed bolts.
Yeah, so let's...
Shrine World.
Yeah, I need to invent one of those. Yeah, let's fast forward to the jump point so we don't spend 4 days IRL talking about it. So yeah, make the rolls for the thing.
Okay, let's divine the ovaries.
Fiddle with them all you like. Oh wait. Yeah, you actually passed this time.
Yeah, I'm getting good at this shit. But this is just telling me what the warp travel's like. Or what might it be like. This is just me playing with some cards on the way there.
Yeah, so you're basically playing strip poker with the Emperor.
Well, we know that he's good at a certain children's card game. It's the best TTS short ever.
I should really watch that.
Yes. Anyway, does it seem safe to travel?
I'm getting to that, but I have to scroll through a bloody PDF to get to it.
Bookmark it.
Probably should.
That makes sense.
Do your secret rolls so that we don't know shit.
That as well.
Or, however.
Excellent. The signs are neutral. There's nothing bad happening, but nothing entirely good either. So
I'm okay with that.
So it's, business as usual.
So I'm estimating the travel time, which I can't really do, I suppose.
No, you might as well skip that because you don't have even a rough idea of what's going on here. So
Okay. Locate the Astronomicon.
GG.
Yeah, the Turners are trying to do that,
Yes.
but they're having problems.
I did it. I
No,
kind
I
of know
think
what it is.
they found the
Well, yeah,
destination.
getting.
They're just getting there is a bit difficult.
I think this is the first time. It's either the first or the second time you have actually managed to locate the damn thing.
This is the second time.
Excellent.
And no,
But-
the first time that you found it, it was obscured. So even though you
Yeah.
rolled well, you
Yeah.
still couldn't find
Yeah,
it.
this is the second time I found it.
Excellent.
Or
Yeah.
well, I passed it, but somebody fucked me over with it.
Well,
Giant holy space beacon is visible.
yes.
Maybe.
The glowing bacon is visible. You can now proceed to do the other things.
Yay! Fuck! I just realised. I'm supposed to get like plus 35 on that. No, plus 25. Sorry, maybe I'm confused. No, I'm not.
Warp guide, do the thing good.
Damn it,
Yeah,
do
finger
the thing.
guns.
It's plus 10. Who cares? Anyway, navigation warp.
Yes.
Yeah, and this you get plus. Get your primer and plus 10 from the hull.
Yeah, so this is the one where I get the rogue trader, my occupation, my
Navis
book.
primer and the ship itself. So should be plus 35.
Plus 35, so plus 45 for being ordinary.
Yes.
It's all good, guys.
Excellent.
So glad that we actually have a navigator and we don't have to rely on crew rating.
Oh, that would be hilarious.
Yeah, everything's 30. To give you an example, my intelligence is 49, perception 65, and willpower 55. So I'm good at this shit somehow. Steering the vessel whenever you're ready.
Yeah, and as you shorten the course, you successfully managed to avoid the warp storms that are currently doing a conga line around the warp rift somewhere.
Oh yeah, right next to the forge road, there's a big kind of blue thing, isn't there?
Yeah, you managed to plot a course that avoids the conga line of warp storms.
Yay!
So-
I would hope so.
Yeah, so do the thingy.
Steering the vessel.
Yes, stop steering the vessel.
I steer it.
Well, excellent. And did you roll a 9? No, wait, you didn't fail, so never mind.
And I didn't roll any 9s either. Now it's my 2d100 for encounters, is that right?
No, let's do... No, I just need to roll for the length of the journey as well.
Yeah, and we.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
we
get
can-
bullshit.
Yeah,
We
can,
get-
That's time travel.
you can do the last step, leaving the warp now, and then I'll do the length of the journey, and then we can deal with the encounters. So we have everything sorted at least.
Okay. So, plus 15 navigation warp. Oh, brilliant. Straight as an arrow. Yeah, just let me know when you want me to do the encountery bullshit.
Yeah, and I am ready for math bullshit. Should the need arise.
So, unmodified by anything you did, It takes you 21 days in the warp.
That's
Okay.
3 weeks, so 3d10s, right?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
this
Only
is
between
modified.
stars.
This is
Yeah, but first the thing Torian's result happens.
Yeah.
sorry, what?
Torian's whatever the F he did to modify that number, if he did at all.
That was shortening the course, yes. Which was step
Which I got.
3.
8 degrees of success.
Fucking hell, yeah, that's short. In quarter of the honor, so 21 divided by 4.
So just over 5, say 6 days.
5.25.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it takes you 5 and 1/4, 5 days and 6 hours to do the warp thingamajig.
Neither our engines nor our skittish nature triggers them because.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I'm awesome.
Oh yeah, and so that's 1 warp encounters for every 5 full days in the warp, and you spent 5 days, so 2d100 for warp encounters.
Ah. Wait a minute, is this both warp encounters?
Yeah, you have the warp sprain hold, so you roll 2 times and take the better of the 2.
Yeah, and I was just double checking. So this is only for 1 encounter.
Yeah, it's 1 encounter that you roll 2d100 for.
Both of them are kind
Ooh.
of shit, to be honest.
I see. Yeah, because high is good for this, isn't it?
Yeah, it's weird. Geller field fluctuations.
Or shoals and reefs. So either you have to do a navigation check to avoid crashing into a warp reef, or the Geller field starts blinking on and off.
Fuck that. We do the reef.
Yeah, I put my faith in the navigator.
But
Makes a change.
but it could be fun.
Geller field
have-
stays on. Captain's orders.
But we could be like a strobe light in the warp, just on and off.
Half our crew instantly turns into demons. Yeah, that would be
I
fun.
don't want to invite the demonettes of Slaanesh here. Because that will happen
Wait.
when this goes
Oh,
down.
yeah. Well, in Black Crusade, you could be a Slaaneshi rogue trader.
That's true. But that hasn't happened yet, damn it. I mean,
Yet.
It doesn't say what the actual navigation tests here is for
I would
avoiding
hope
the reef.
navigate warp.
No, but what the difficulty is to navigate around the reef. So I'm just gonna say a straight up +0 navigate thingamajig.
Okay. I'm
Rogue Trader, tell him to do it good.
finger guns are deployed.
tap on the fish bubble.
And if
Fish
you
tank
fuck this up, she's gonna deploy the bolt guns instead.
And this is why I don't like being the navigator. It's so much stress.
Yeah.
If things fuck up, it's my fault.
Why,
You-
why do you think I became the Archmilitant? All I do is bump up my command and get everyone else to do it for me.
Do you want to
Yeah.
try PTGM instead?
Wait, what are you
Eh.
doing right now?
He's trying. You guys have hit a warp reef, and he's trying to navigate around it so you don't crash into it and take damage.
Yeah. Pretty much it's either that or the Geller fields flicker and we might see demons.
Does maneuverability factor in here?
It doesn't say. It just say the skill of the navigator and the helmsman. And since you don't have a helmsman, I say the navigator makes the roll.
Yay. Well, it's all navigate warp, so I get all my usual bonuses. So plus 35. That's no problem. I just skim over the top of the reef. It's good.
Yeah, you do a barrel roll as you pass the reef, and it's all good.
Yep. And 6.1, the 6 degree success coming out of the warp. It's good. It's golden. It's smooth.
Yeah, you come out exactly the way you intended to come out. So didn't
No
even
drifting, no upside down, no
Exactly.
sideways.
exactly.
No
You didn't.
backwards.
You didn't even scratch the paint on the edges of the warp rift as you came out.
I'm just that great.
Can we just come out of the warp rift right in the docking station, like just docked perfectly?
Nope.
That's not how physics work.
No, because if you
It
did,
takes too long to slow down.
yeah, if you did, you would crash into the station, and they probably would have shot at you as soon as you came in that close at that high speed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what? You have a 5-day trip. How about we try to transcribe that, navigator?
Yes. Am I doing it good,
You do it
Mr.
very good.
lady captain? Okay.
I'd like to think the lady captain literally says, "Do it good." That's no big rousing speech. No.
I'm
Oh,
re-rolling.
you can do it. Just just do it good.
There we go. I did it good. Where's my bloody handout?
So basically, we now know a path to get from Footfall to Firion in under 10 days.
Through the warp, yes, but it's still what 4
12.
days through Lucians.
Well, let's call it 10 days altogether. So times that by 12. That's 120 days real time.
Yeah, 5 times 12 is something half by 60.
But okay, whatever.
No, wait. I look at the 6. Fuck it, I'm tired. I can't do
Maths
math.
is hard, guys.
Yeah, especially when you're tired.
Use a calculator.
But I have the calculator open because maths are needed apparently.
All right. So as some of you are doing complicated math, and I'm trying to figure out what you guys are gonna do here, let's take a quick break, and then we come right back after a few minutes to
Yeah.
the Forge World of Firion 5. So see you in a bit.